Before the American Revolution was even a thought in people's minds, before George Washington was even born, English colonists were living in Deerfield, Massachusetts, when it was raided by local tribes as part of the French and Indian War. That is the true history that is the basis for the historical fiction novel, The Ransom of Mercy Carter by Caroline B. Cooney. Mercy is a young girl who finds her world upended in one night. She is forced to march alongside other women and children all the way to Canada, where she finds herself becoming part of the tribe she thought was an enemy, and notices that they have family they love just like the English. Maybe they aren't so different after all. I will warn you, this book has some pretty dark moments. There is a reason it lives in our YA section, but it is a very much a unique take on a time that honestly doesn't really get talked about. People are so ready to focus on the revolution that they forget English settlers were here long before the colonists, and that wars across the country still impacted them in their wild wilderness settlements. I appreciate how Cooney doesn't let us off easy as the readers. We are forced to face Mercy's internal conflict with herself and handle the emotions that come from being torn away from everything you have ever known and also finding joy in your new surroundings. I also appreciate that while we start the book seeing the native tribes as their stereotypes, we eventually learn to see beyond our expectations and appreciate the tribes for their own cultures, despite it being different from our own. If you want to read a book about history from before the history books usually begin, then I highly recommend The Ransom of Mercy Carter by Caroline B. Cooney.